Konnichiwa, Satoko desu. Welcome back to my easy Japanese lesson. On our last lesson, we learned about Japanese name. We compared how the Japanese names got changed over 50 years. And today, we're going to learn this phrase. Shitsureishimasu. It means, excuse me, or I beg your pardon. And you might say, wait, we've already learned excuse me in Japanese. That's sumimasen, right? Yes, you're right. But we have a different way of saying excuse me in Japanese. And in fact, we use those two phrases in a different situations. I know, you're like, what? But don't worry, I'm gonna take you through step by step. So let's take a look. 失礼します. And if you divide it into half, 失礼, it means rudeness or impoliteness. And します means to do. So literally, 失礼します means let me be impolite. Therefore, excuse me. Now we're gonna take a look at the pronunciation. 失礼します. The first part, 失礼. And take a look at the first four characters. S-H-I-T. Shit. So just imagine if shit was plural. And how would you pronounce? Shits, right? So this is how you pronounce the beginning. Shits and lay. Do you see R there? And we don't have R sound in Japanese, so pronounce it like L, right? Lay, as in lay down. Shits, lay. 失礼 and します and we already know this します from お邪魔します that was the phrase we use when you are entering somebody's place and お願いします that was please when you are asking for a favor in Japanese, right? So that's the same します now we're going to compare how すみません and 失礼します are different. For me, すみません it's kind of like excuse me, and 失礼します it's kind of like I beg your pardon. I know it's not that much of a difference, but that's just how I feel. Alright, so we already learned すみません. So we use すみません when we are apologizing for a mishap which just happened. And when asking for a favor, we use すみません as well. So it's kind of like, excuse me, but, and then favor. So in Japanese, we say すみませんが favor. Ga means but. And also, we use すみません when we're calling for an attention. Let's say somebody walking in front of you dropped something, and you just want to get that person's attention, you would say in English, excuse me. In Japanese, we say, すみません. So this case, we wouldn't use 失礼します. So when you want to call somebody's attention, don't use 失礼します, okay? Stick with すみません. Now, 失礼します. We use 失礼します when entering a room. So when I was on elementary school, I had to say 失礼します before entering a teacher's room. So that was a must. And so it's kind of like, excuse me, may I come in? That excuse me, all right? And also, you hear 失礼します at the restaurant in Japan. So when the server, when you order something, server brings your food or drink, and before serving, they would say 失礼します. So it's kind of like, excuse me, here you go. That kind of nuance, excuse me, all right? And at the airport, when you have a baggie and you just want to get through, and in English, you would say, excuse me, pardon me, kind of thing, right? Same as in Japanese. We can say, すみません, 失礼します. So you can use both. It doesn't matter, whichever you choose. Or together, you can use it too. すみません, 失礼します. And same goes at the elevator. When you want to get off from the elevator and there are people in front of you, you can say すみません、失礼します. You can say both sentences or one of the others. All right? And also now, there is a past tense to sumimasen and 失礼します。We already learned past tense on すみません. We just have to add でした, right? すみませんでした. We use すみませんでした when we apologize for mishap, but after a little while. So すみません when the mishap happens, like literally just now. すみませんでした, the past tense is after a little while. Okay? So now, 失礼します. The past tense is 失礼しました. Remember, ます becomes ました in a past tense, right? So, 失礼します, we use it when entering a room, right? So now, exiting a room, we use 失礼しました because it's a past tense, you're leaving now. And also, we use 失礼しました as a light apology, as I call it. So it's kind of like, thank you for letting me disturb you, kind of thing. So it's a very polite way of saying, for thanking. So it's kind of like, let's say when you met up with a client, you went to client's place, and afterwards you want to say thank you for your time, thank you for letting me come by. So you use 失礼しました because the meeting is already done, the past tense. Alright? So today's lesson was 失礼します and 失礼しました. Thank you for watching, guys. どうもありがとうございました. And if you still haven't, please subscribe. And if you liked, please press the like button. ありがとう. And I'll see you guys on our next lesson. じゃあね. Bye bye.